Hey there, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. Tonight we are doing savoury pike with walnuts. I couldn't get pike, I actually couldn't get any fish at all, so I've had to bring some home from where I work at the takeaway shop, and we use hake. It's really good fish. So I'll show you what I've got, but this is what you need. You also need to grab yourself a frying pan and a casserole dish that you can put a lid on. So come on in and I'll show you all the ingredients. All right, I've been slicing and dicing. So first up, 1 kilo of whole pike, trout or bream, which you was going to be cutting up anyway. This is basically about 600 grams of fish fillets, which I've cut up anyway. Salt and pepper, half a cup of plain flour, quarter of a cup of oil. I will use olive oil, 100 grams of celery sliced. That's been in the freezer, but it doesn't matter, it's being cooked anyway. 100 grams of carrots sliced. That's my snack there, by the way, in case you're wondering why there's a carrot there. 100 grams of onion sliced. That is actually half of an onion. The other half I've put in the freezer for later use. 100 grams of mushrooms sliced. These are button mushrooms. They've been in the freezer. So this is a really good dish for using things up that are in the freezer. So this is one reason why I chose this. 3/4 of a cup of walnuts sliced. They're not sliced yet, but I do have time to slice those as this is cooking. 150 ml of dry white vermouth. I've just gone to Aldi and brought a bottle of white wine. I don't drink wine very often, if at all, maybe just socially at dinner or something. So this was a really cheap one, but it's good for cooking. 150 ml of water, a chicken stock cube. I've got the OXO brand one. And finally, a cup of grated cheese. So now that we've got all that out of the way, first step is to preheat our oven to 200 degrees and grab a frying pan. Okay, so I've sprayed the frying pan with cooking spray, so it'll be easier to clean. What we're going to do is we cut the fish up. If you've brought a whole fish, you've got to actually fillet it, so it's probably easier to go with about 600 grams of fish fillets and cut it up. That way it's quicker for you. We're going to season it with salt and pepper, so I could probably put the salt and pepper over the top of it while it's sat on the chopping board. I wouldn't normally do this, but it's going to get in there anyway. And then we actually want to toss it in the flour. So for this step, I would get yourself a plate or a bowl and pop those into that. This is called dredging. Okay, so you want to grab that olive oil or whatever oil you are choosing to use. I'm just going to get a spoon and stir that through. Okay. It's got fish everywhere. Okay. So we'll just toss that through. Okay. I haven't measured out the olive oil yet, but I'm going to do that now. So come over to the hot plate and we'll get this going. Okay, there's our hot plate. I'll make sure I turn the right one on. I think a while ago I turned the wrong one on. That wasn't very good because nothing was cooking. Okay, that's this one. In goes our olive oil, 1/4 cup. All right, get that hot. Now for this, you probably just want your egg flip for flipping the fish. I'm just going to make sure that I stir the fish into the flour while we're waiting. Okay. Give it a real good toss through. Alternatively, I have been known to just put it in a bag. One of the bags that you get your fruit in normally should be still clean, so you can use one of those. This is a really messy job. I shouldn't be wearing my jacket that I'm wearing with this, so I'm going to try not to wear flour. Now that we're coming into winter, everything's so hard to dry. Alright. Once you've dredged it, pretty much just chuck it straight into the frying pan. You can almost actually do this while it's in the frying pan. Okay, so we basically just want to seal it. Fish doesn't take long to cook. And as I said, this is a good fish. We actually use this fish in the takeaway shop if I make grilled fish or we do battered fish. So yeah, it's real good. All right, we're going to grab something to put that into. As I said, something with a lid is ideal. Failing that, I would probably go with something that you can just put foil over, which I think I'll actually do. I'll get my oblong pan with the white rim around it. This one's good. I'm going to just give this a spray because we want to be ready to put the fish straight on the bottom. Okay, so I'll be back when that fish is ready. Okay, so if the fish doesn't cook through, just to let you know, it is going in the oven for 30 minutes. So I wouldn't stress too much about it not being cooked right through. So we're going to grab it out. Take it out. Get your pan ready that it's going in and just try and layer it flat on the base if you can. I mean, you can probably only do so much with it. But I've gone with this bigger, flatter pan for this reason. Some of it doesn't even look like it's hit the pan. But anyway, it will definitely cook in the oven, so I'm not over stressed about it. And keep in mind, this does serve 4, but if you are freezing it, then it's obviously going to be warmed up as well. All right, into this, keep it hot, keep it moving. In goes the onion. You want to grab a wooden spoon or something to stir with now. I'll actually just keep using this, it's probably easier. I've already got enough washing up without adding more to it. Alright, as well as that, we want the carrot, the celery, and the mushrooms. Bang, 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 in she all goes. Celery, see, it doesn't matter, it's frozen, it won't be frozen for long. In goes your mushroom. My carrot's fresh. I brought a big carrot on purpose so that I could actually have a little bit of a snack while I was cooking, and a healthy one at that. Alright. So we're getting a bit of a veggie variety going on here. which is really good. Okay, once again, don't worry too much if this isn't cooked because it's going to be poaching in the oven for half an hour, so everything is going to end up cooking with that. So we want to do this for about 4 minutes. So we'll keep the pan as hot as we can, sort of like we're doing a stir fry. We just basically don't want hard carrots. If you don't want your carrots to be hard, cut them up smaller, and then that way you know they'll cook through. Same with the onion. Sometimes it's good to actually have everything cooking together so it all takes on the flavours that are going on. Alright. I think we'll leave it at that. Switch it off. What you want to do is get this on top of our fish. Then we're going to head back over to the bench and we're going to put the wine, the walnuts and the stock cube and the water over the top. We're going to cover it with foil because we don't have a lid for this one. So this is a really good healthy dish. Basically, it's pretty quick and easy because you're cutting everything up. Alright, let's go. Come back over here, please. Alright, over the top with our walnuts. Pat it down. When I say pat it down, I mean stamp it. Alright, that's smelling interesting already. We want our wine, which is 150 mils, over the top. Pop in some water. Crumble the stock cube over the top. Then cover it with some foil or pop your lid on it. And then we want to we don't have to cover it. Never mind. No, don't worry about covering it. Okay, never mind. We don't need to cover it, so this is perfect. Now, my stock cube is a little bit on the firm side, but it'll be fine though. We just want to try and make sure that it's going to get all over it. Alright, in this goes for half an hour. When the buzzer goes, we're going to pop the cheese on top, and then we want to grill it. Alright, I'll see you in half an hour. Okay, so after half an hour, I got it out of the oven. It looked done. I've sprinkled the cup of grated cheese on the top, and I'm just putting it back in the oven for 5 minutes. If you're fortunate enough to have a grill that cooks quicker than the 5 minutes that this is going to be in there, I would suggest you put it under the grill because it's really just to make sure that the cheese is browned. So I'll be back in 5 and we'll see how it's looking. Alright, after 5 minutes to brown that cheese, we're done. Alright, thank you for watching Cooking with Violet Vixen. This has been savoury pike or savoury fish with walnuts. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'm going to catch you on our next adventure.